74-year-old Margaret Collins was enjoying her morning coffee when her computer screen suddenly erupted in chaos. Loud sirens blared, a blue warning screen flashed, virus detected, and a pop-up demanded she call Microsoft immediately or lose everything on her computer. In her panic, Margaret called the number, and 3 hours later, she had paid $3,400 for fake security software and given strangers complete access to her personal information. Margaret's nightmare is just one piece of a devastating puzzle. According to the FBI's latest crime report, American seniors lost nearly $5 billion to online scammers in 2024, with the average victim losing over $30,000. That's not just money. That's someone's entire retirement dream vanishing in a single moment of confusion. But here's what scammers desperately don't want you to know. Every successful online scam targeting seniors follows one of 5 predictable patterns. Once you understand these patterns, you become virtually immune to their tricks. Today, I'm going to reveal these 5 warning signs in a specific order that builds your defense system layer by layer. More importantly, I'll share the most powerful protection strategy at the very end that no scammer wants you to discover. This final piece of information has saved countless seniors from financial ruin, so please watch until the very last minute. Your life savings may depend on it. Let's start with the most sophisticated scam that's exploding in popularity right now. Warning sign 1. Social media friend impersonation, the perfect memory trap. Number 1. Fake friends who remember everything about your past. What makes this scam so terrifyingly effective? These criminals don't just pretend to be strangers. They steal the identity of real people from your past and use your own memories against you. They've turned nostalgia into a weapon. Frank Morrison, a 73-year-old retired postal worker from Denver, discovered this heartbreaking truth last summer. A Facebook message appeared from Linda Patterson, his high school sweetheart from 55 years ago. Linda's profile looked authentic, filled with family photos and posts about her grandchildren. She remembered their first dance at the 1968 homecoming, their favorite song, and even the nickname she used to call him. For weeks, they exchanged warm messages about old times, mutual friends who had passed away, and the paths their lives had taken. Linda explained she'd recently lost her husband and was learning to manage finances alone. She mentioned discovering a cryptocurrency investment platform that was helping her rebuild her retirement savings and offered to help Frank do the same. Trusting his first love's guidance, Frank invested $42,000 over 2 months. Only when his daughter ran a reverse image search on Linda's photos did they discover the devastating truth. Every picture was stolen from a real woman's Instagram account. The Linda he'd been messaging never existed. Here's how these memory manipulation scams work. Criminals create fake profiles using stolen photos and biographical information harvested from public social media posts. They study your friends list, looking for people you might remember fondly but haven't maintained regular contact with. Then they research your background through your public posts, comments, and shared memories to craft messages that feel impossibly personal and authentic. The red flags Frank missed are crucial for you to recognize. First, be suspicious of any old friend whose profile was created recently, especially if they claim a long history with you. Second, check for mutual friends. If someone claims to be from your high school class but has no mutual connections with other classmates, that's a major warning sign. Third, pay attention to how quickly the conversation turns toward money or investment opportunities. Real friends reconnecting after decades want to catch up on family, health, and life experiences, not immediately discuss financial strategies. Fourth, genuine old friends will be eager to video chat or talk on the phone to hear your voice again. Scammers always have excuses for why they can't do video calls. Most importantly, any old friend who asks for money or investment advice after years of no contact is following a scammer's playbook, not genuine friendship patterns. To protect yourself, always verify unexpected contact from old friends by calling them directly using a phone number you find independently. Never one provided in messages. Adjust your privacy settings to limit what personal information is visible to the public, because scammers use this data to make their impersonation more convincing. Remember this fundamental truth. Authentic friends from your past don't vanish for decades only to reappear with get-rich-quick investment schemes. The second warning sign we're about to discuss involves a type of scam that's become so sophisticated, it can fool even the most tech-savvy seniors. Warning sign 2. Cryptocurrency investment scams. The retirement dream killer. Number 2. Bitcoin promises that turn retirement dreams into nightmares. Why are cryptocurrency scams so devastating for seniors? Because they combine two powerful psychological triggers: the fear of missing out on wealth-building opportunities and the promise of financial security in uncertain times. Scammers have weaponized our natural desire to protect and grow our retirement savings. Eleanor Chen, a 69-year-old retired accountant from Sacramento, thought she'd found the perfect solution to her retirement worries. A professional-looking advertisement on Facebook featured what appeared to be Warren Buffett endorsing a new cryptocurrency trading platform called Gold Coin Investments. The ad led to a sophisticated website with live chat support, customer testimonials, and even a customer service phone number. Eleanor started cautiously, investing $5,000 from her 401k rollover. Within 2 weeks, her online account showed she'd made $8,000 in profits, encouraged by these gains and pressure from her assigned investment advisor. Eleanor transferred her entire retirement savings of $112,000 to the platform. For months, Eleanor watched her account balance grow to over $300,000 on the fake platform's dashboard. She felt like a financial genius. But when she tried to withdraw $20,000 for her granddaughter's wedding, the website became mysteriously inaccessible. Customer service stopped responding to her calls. Eleanor's entire life savings had disappeared overnight. The warning signs Eleanor missed are crucial for your financial protection. First, any investment promising guaranteed returns of more than 15% per year is mathematically impossible for legitimate investments. Traditional financial advisors consider 8 to 10% annual returns excellent in normal markets. Second, be extremely skeptical of celebrity endorsements, especially on social media. Scammers frequently use artificial intelligence to create deepfake videos of Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, or other famous investors promoting their fraudulent schemes. These deepfakes are becoming so sophisticated that they're nearly impossible to distinguish from real videos. Third, legitimate investment platforms never pressure you with phrases like limited time offer or act now before this opportunity expires forever. Real financial opportunities don't have artificial deadlines designed to prevent you from doing proper research. Fourth, check when the investment website was created using domain lookup tools. Most cryptocurrency scam platforms are launched within months of their schemes and disappear just as quickly when they have collected enough money. Fifth, authentic investment companies have physical business addresses, regulatory oversight, and licenses you can verify through official channels. If you can't find a real business address or regulatory registration, you're looking at a scam. Why do criminals specifically target seniors with cryptocurrency schemes? Because older adults typically have substantial retirement savings and may be less familiar with how digital currencies actually work. This combination of available money and unfamiliarity creates perfect conditions for sophisticated fraud. To protect yourself, remember this fundamental principle: if someone promises you can turn $10,000 into $50,000 in 60 days, they're lying. Legitimate investments carry risk, never guarantee profits, and require time to grow. Always research any investment thoroughly through independent sources, and never invest money you cannot afford to lose completely. Most importantly, consult with a licensed financial advisor before making any major investment decisions, especially with unfamiliar financial products like cryptocurrency. The third warning sign involves a scam that preys on our basic human need for love and connection. Warning sign 3, romance scams. The loneliness trap. Number 3, professional heartbreakers who steal more than your love. What makes romance scams so psychologically devastating? These aren't random criminals sending generic messages. They're skilled manipulators who study their targets for weeks, crafting false identities specifically designed to be irresistible to each individual victim. They've turned emotional vulnerability into a science. Richard Thompson, a 75-year-old widower from Portland, met Susan Miller on a Christian dating website 6 months after his wife of 48 years passed away. Susan's profile showed a kind-faced woman in nurse scrubs, surrounded by photos of her helping at a medical mission in Syria. Her messages were filled with Bible verses, condolences about his loss, and understanding about the loneliness that follows decades of marriage. For 3 months, Susan became Richard's daily source of comfort. She asked about his late wife with genuine, seeming care, shared stories about her own missionary work, and gradually helped Richard feel hopeful about finding love again. But then the emergencies began. Susan's medical supplies were held up at Syrian customs and needed $4,000 in fees. Her passport was stolen and required emergency replacement costs. Each crisis seemed reasonable for someone doing humanitarian work in a dangerous region. Over 6 months, Richard sent Susan $58,000, believing he was helping the woman he'd fallen in love with continue her life-saving work. Only when his son hired a private investigator did Richard learn the crushing truth. Every photo was stolen from a real nurse's social media account, and Susan never existed. The emotional manipulation tactics Richard experienced follow a predictable pattern that you must recognize. First, romance scammers always profess love unusually quickly, often within days or weeks of initial contact. Real romantic relationships develop emotional intimacy gradually over time. Second, they create elaborate backstories involving jobs that explain why they can't meet in person immediately, military deployment overseas, humanitarian work in dangerous countries, or business travel in remote locations. These scenarios are designed to explain extended absence while building sympathy for their supposed sacrificial work. Third, they always refuse video calls or phone conversations, claiming poor internet connections, security restrictions, or work schedules that make communication difficult. Real people interested in romantic relationships want to see and hear the person they're developing feelings for. Fourth, they study their victims' social media profiles, obituaries, and online presence to learn about deceased spouses, family situations, religious beliefs, and interests. This research allows them to craft personas that seem perfectly compatible with their target's values and emotional needs. Fifth, once emotional attachment is established, they introduce financial emergencies that seem reasonable within the context of their supposed work or travel situations. The requests start small and gradually increase as trust builds. To protect yourself from romance fraud, use reverse image searches on Google to verify that profile photos aren't stolen from other sources. Never send money, gift cards, or financial assistance to someone you've never met in person. Insist on video calls early in any online relationship, and be suspicious of anyone who consistently refuses or makes excuses. Most importantly, discuss new online relationships with trusted family members or friends who can provide objective perspective on whether the person's behavior seems genuine or manipulative. Remember, authentic love doesn't ask for wire transfers, cryptocurrency payments, or emergency financial assistance from people you've never met face-to-face. Our fourth warning sign involves one of the oldest scam techniques that's been updated with modern technology. Warning sign 4, phishing emails, the authority deception. Number 4, fake security alerts that exploit your trust in institutions. Why are phishing emails so successful against seniors? Because they weaponize our lifelong conditioning to respect and respond to authority figures. When we see official-looking communications from trusted institutions like our bank or Medicare, our brains automatically assume legitimacy and override our critical thinking processes. Patricia Williams, a 71-year-old retired school principal from Miami, received an email that perfectly demonstrated this psychological manipulation. The message appeared to be from Chase Bank with the subject line, "Critical Security Alert. Immediate action required." The email used Chase's exact logo, color scheme, and professional formatting, claiming that suspicious activity from Russia had been detected on her account. The email stated that unauthorized transactions totaling $4,700 were pending and would be processed unless Patricia verified her identity within 12 hours. It included a link labeled Secure Account Verification that led to a website that looked identical to Chase's legitimate login page. Fortunately, Patricia's grandson had recently warned her about phishing scams instead of clicking the link. She called Chase directly using the phone number on her bank card. The customer service representative confirmed that no suspicious activity had occurred on her account and that the email was a sophisticated phishing attempt designed to steal her login credentials. The warning signs Patricia correctly identified are essential for your financial protection. First, look carefully for spelling and grammar mistakes in the subject line or email body. Legitimate banks and government agencies employ professional editors who catch these errors before communications are sent to customers. Second, examine the sender's email address closely. Authentic institutions never send official communications from free email services like Gmail, Yahoo, or Hotmail. The address should match the organization's official domain exactly, without extra characters, numbers, or variations. Third, be suspicious of urgent language designed to create panic and bypass rational thinking. Phrases like immediate action required, account will be closed within 24 hours, or verify now or lose access are classic phishing tactics. Legitimate institutions don't threaten account closure through email. Fourth, never click links in the suspicious emails. Instead, open a new browser window and type the institution's website address directly, or call them using the phone number on your official statements or cards. Fifth, authentic banks and government agencies like Medicare never request sensitive information through email. They already have your social security number, account details, and personal information in their secure systems. The psychological effectiveness of these scams lies in their exploitation of authority bias. Scammers create emails that trigger our automatic respect for institutions we trust, making us more likely to comply with requests without questioning their legitimacy. To protect yourself, establish this simple verification routine. Any unexpected email claiming to be from your bank, Medicare, Social Security Administration, or other important institution should be verified through independent contact before taking any action. Call the organization directly using official phone numbers, never numbers provided in suspicious emails. Remember this golden rule. Your real bank will never email asking for passwords, social security numbers, account numbers, or other sensitive information. If you receive such requests, you're looking at a criminal attempt to steal your identity and money. The fifth and final warning sign we're about to discuss has become the most psychologically manipulative scam of all. And understanding it completely will prepare you for the crucial reporting information that could save not just your money, but help protect your entire community. Warning sign 5, tech support pop-up scams, the panic strategy. Number 5, fake computer emergencies that trigger instant fear responses. What makes tech support scams so effective at disabling rational thinking? They combine visual chaos, loud alarm sounds, and urgent demands for immediate action to create artificial crisis situations that bypass your logical decision-making processes. When you're in panic mode, your brain focuses on survival rather than analysis. James Sullivan, a 67-year-old retired electrician from Phoenix, experienced this manipulation firsthand while reading news online. Without warning, his computer screen was hijacked by a blue warning message claiming his system had been infected by dangerous malware from China. Loud siren sounds blared from his speakers, and the pop-up declared that hackers were actively stealing his personal information at that very moment. The warning displayed a phone number with instructions to call Microsoft technical support immediately to prevent total system failure and identity theft. The pop-up wouldn't close no matter what James clicked, and the alarm sounds were so loud and persistent that he couldn't think clearly about what was happening when James called the number. A professional-sounding technician with a slight accent claimed to be from Microsoft's Emergency Security Division. The caller explained that James's computer was broadcasting his Social Security number, bank account information, and passwords to criminals in real time. He needed to act immediately to prevent complete financial devastation. The technician instructed James to download remote access software called TeamViewer, which would allow Microsoft to clean his infected computer. For 2 hours, James watched as the scammer manipulated his screen, showing him what appeared to be evidence of serious security breaches and infections. The criminal then demanded $2,800 for premium security software and ongoing protection services, insisting that James pay with Apple gift cards because credit cards weren't secure enough for this type of emergency purchase. Only when James's neighbor stopped by and recognized the scam did he realize he'd been manipulated by criminals who had no connection to Microsoft whatsoever. Here are the critical warning signs that could have saved James thousands of dollars. First, Microsoft, Apple, and other legitimate technology companies never monitor your computer remotely and will never contact you about security problems. These companies don't even have your phone number unless you've specifically provided it for support requests you initiated. Second, authentic system error messages never include phone numbers for technical support. Real Windows or Mac error messages provide general troubleshooting steps or direct you to official help websites, never to call emergency numbers. Third, be immediately suspicious of any computer warning that includes alarm sounds, flashing graphics, or messages that won't close normally. Legitimate system alerts are quiet, professional, and can always be closed through standard methods. Fourth, any request for payment through gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency is an absolute confirmation that you're dealing with criminals. Legitimate technical support services are paid through normal business methods like credit cards or checks, with proper receipts and business documentation. To protect yourself from these scams, remember this simple rule. If you encounter a pop-up warning with sounds and a phone number, immediately close your browser, restart your computer, and run your legitimate antivirus software. Never call pop-up phone numbers, never download software from unknown sources, and never give anyone remote access to your computer unless you initiated the contact through verified official channels. Real technology companies provide support through their official websites, verified phone numbers, and authorized service centers, never through scary pop-up emergencies designed to create panic and confusion. Now that you understand all 5 warning signs, here's the most important information that could save your financial future and help protect countless other seniors from these devastating crimes. How to report immediately and the ultimate protection strategy. If you've recognized any of these warning signs or believe you've been targeted, here's your immediate action plan that law enforcement desperately wants every senior to know. First, contact your bank immediately using the phone number on your official statements, not any number provided by potential scammers. Freeze your accounts and stop any pending transactions. Time is absolutely critical here. Second, report to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center at IC3.gov. This is the primary hub for cybercrime investigations, and your report helps authorities track criminal networks and build cases against these predators. Third, file a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission at Report Fraud, FTC.gov. Your report contributes to a national database that helps identify scam patterns and warn other potential victims before they lose their savings. Fourth, contact your local police department to create an official report. This documentation may be essential for insurance claims, bank fraud investigations, or legal proceedings. Fifth, alert the 3 major credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, to place fraud alerts on your accounts and monitor for identity theft attempts. Here's the ultimate protection strategy that scammers fear most: education and community awareness. Every time you share information about these scams with friends, family, and neighbors, you create a network of informed people who can't be easily victimized. Criminals rely on isolation and ignorance to succeed. When seniors understand these patterns and discuss them openly, scammer success rates plummet dramatically. Please don't feel ashamed if you've been targeted. You're facing sophisticated criminals who spend every day perfecting their psychological manipulation techniques. By learning, reporting, and sharing this information, you're fighting back against predators who prey on good people. Subscribe for more protection strategies. Comment below to share your experiences and help others recognize threats. And please share this video to protect your community. Together, we can make it much harder for these criminals to succeed. Your vigilance today protects not just yourself, but everyone you care about.